It's time to cover Norse teams. Norse teams are very decent. They have very nice starting skills. They can be played relatively nicely by new players. However, since they do have low armor value, there are other better choices. But still, a very decent choice for new players. We'll start out by getting the apothecary as usual, and rerolls. At 60,000, I'll get a couple and see if I can buy more towards the end. Now, let's see. They do have a big guy, the Yeti. However, as you can see, the Yeti costs a lot of money, 140,000. I like the blue skin. Anyway, sorry. They do have 5 movement, which is decent. 5 strength minimum for big guys. Awful agility with 1. And, well, uninspiring armor value for a big guy, 8. Especially considering their price. They do have the same loner skill as other big guys, which means it's not necessarily obvious to use rerolls with them. They do have claws. Claws are usually a mutation, only available to Chaos, Skaven teams, Nurgle teams. And this can really help to injure other players. Of course, you'll want to give them Mighty Blow eventually, especially since they do not come with it. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the only big guy who doesn't have Mighty Blow right from the get-go. They do have Disturbing Presence, which means that they can cause some trouble to the passing game or interceptions if they are in the tackle zone of an opposing player trying to catch the ball. And they do have Frenzy, just like the Rat Ogre, for example. And they also have Wild Animal, just like the Rat Ogre. However, I tend to prefer the Rat Ogre because this type of player really needs a lot of work to become as useful as other big guys, especially since they only have access to the strength table. So you'll probably be giving them a guard and Mighty Blow first. However, if you get doubles, go for block, tackle. Those skills are really, really important for them. Anyway, I won't buy one because they cost too much and I don't think they're really reliable at the beginning. Now, Norse teams can have up to 2 Norse Werewolves. I prefer the Necromantic Werewolves, by the way. They're cuter. Anyway, Norse Werewolves. They do come with Frenzy. A lot of players on Norse teams have Frenzy, which is pretty normal since they're crazy barbarians. And I love crazy barbarians. Anyway, 6 movement, very decent. 4 strength, very good. 2 agility, well, goes with the territory. Usually high strength players have low agility. And 8 armor value. Very decent player overall, and they do have access to both general and strength tables, which means you can give them block and tackle right away, or can focus on things like guard, Mighty Blow, piling on, things like that. So 110,000, pretty pricey, but still, it's a good idea to get at least one. Then you have the Berserkers. Berserkers are really good. They do have the same movement as the Norse Werewolves. 1 less strength, 1 more agility, 1 less armor. So they'll probably be your blitzers because they're not really meant to take a lot of damage because of their armor value. They do come with block and frenzy and jump up. all very nice skills. So it doesn't take much work to get them really good overall players. For example, tackle, mighty blow, you'll probably enjoy because it will help them injure the opposition. Of course, if you get strength level ups, you'll probably want to give them to them. Movement level ups are also interesting since frenzy and low movement are not a really good mix. It's better to have higher movement when you have frenzy. And you can also give them the dauntless skill, which would compensate for their lower strength. So it depends on the level ups you get. You build them the way you want. 90,000, I'm tempted to get 2 of them, but players do cost some money, so I'll only get 1 for now. Now, runners. Runners have the highest movement rate on Norse teams. They do have average strength and agility, and the same low armor value as Berserkers. Now, which means they're not really durable. However, they do come with block. And dauntless as well. So they can be really good players. They'll probably be your ball carriers. Or, hey, if you're lucky with the level ups, they may even end up being your thrower or your catcher. So I'll get 1. As far as the Norse Werewolves, yeah, they don't come with block. Except that everybody else comes with block. Anyway, we get throwers who come with block and pass. They have pretty much the same stats as runners. 1 less move. So it's a good idea to get 1. Especially if you want to keep your runners out of the throwing game and instead make them into catchers. Well, it's good to have 1 guy who comes with pass right away. Anyway, they're like humans. You won't get really good stats for your throwers. So those agility level ups are really important for them. Otherwise, you'll want to give them skills like Nerves of Steel, Leader, Safe Throw perhaps. Anyway, skills along those lines. 70,000, they're not too pricey. And then you have the linemen. Linemen, same stats as the thrower, but they only have the block skill. Now, there's one advantage, is that they cost 20,000 less than throwers because they're missing the pass skill.